And that's the sound of the bat as there's a drive into deep left field by Castellanos, and that'll be a home run, and so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. And welcome to the Tigers Start episode.
How'd that one work out?
Pretty great.
If you know, you know.
If you know the meme, you know the meme.
So
about
yeah,
Mets,
You
baby.
pronounced his name wrong. It's Castellanos.
Maybe you should have done the intro too.
Yeah, maybe you should have volunteered
know
that,
what,
buddy. Speaking
Too
of
late.
My bad.
Sam talking about shit, why don't you go over how we started this season, Sam?
Perfect.
Perfect.
We came out hot.
Is that Mortal Kombat intro? Perfect.
I do want to give a correction real quick to one of our previous episodes. I mentioned the MLB luxury tax system.
Oh dear.
I got it wrong, but right at the same time.
So it sounds like you got it wrong.
Yeah. So
Boys.
MLB has what they call a competitive balance tax or luxury tax. It's like a soft cap to the salary.
Okay.
And if you go over that threshold, you just have to pay.
Is
It's
that
just-
also accounted for in Shohei Ohtani's sports betting?
That
I didn't want to
is
bring it up this early.
Not him.
I didn't want to
See,
bring it
I've
up this
heard
early.
both sides
It
of the
was just
story.
a-
That it was him and that it was his assistant. I don't know what to believe.
Have you guys seen the clip of him throwing the baseball into the ledge against his teammate, and then when he does it, he celebrates? They definitely bet on that.
What?
He knew something. He gave him $4 million. You don't just call the bank and be like, yeah, can I take $4 million out of this motherfucker's bank account?
He's just like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
POV, the worst accountant ever.
But yeah. If you go over that, however much, you get a tax on that.
Okay.
And that's it. And it'll increase over time. But
So
that's it.
if you just make a ridiculous amount of money as an MLB team, you could theoretically go over the cap forever and just spend that, like, tax for going over and be perfectly fine and keep playing.
Is this what the Yankees do?
That is
Exactly. That's what the
that is
fucking Yankees do. That's what the
absolutely
Dodgers-
absurd.
So yeah, and that's why I fucking hate this system, because you can get that reset, pretty much just brought back down all the way to zero after one season.
That sounds broken.
It's
Yeah,
broken
that's
as shit.
horrible.
It's skewed towards markets like LA, New York, with a fat
Can we get
financial team
can we
or
get a-
backing.
Can we get a patch notes update on the MLB?
No.
I feel like we're stuck in the 1950s right now.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
still playing the beta, and the full version has yet to release.
And also, there's a stupid and ridiculous structure and restructuring of contracts thing they can do. Like,
See, I've always heard about restructuring contracts. I've had no idea how that even works.
I don't know either, but that's how you get situations like Shohei Ohtani's, where it's $2 million for 10 years, and then after that, it's $10 million for 10 years from the Dodgers. And I don't know where the fuck they're gonna find.
It's just moving money
This shit
around.
it's just moving money, and then that's how you also get
silly.
Bobby Bonilla Day, where
Oh.
he's getting paid $1 million once a year till I think 2037. It's a holiday.
What a
He
guy.
hasn't played in fucking decades.
Think about it like it's a 3-year, $6 million per year deal, and the team wants to restructure to create some more cap space. You take $5 million from the first year and move it to the back end, so the last year, so then it's 1, 6, 11.
Yeah.
See, I know that some sports teams have been known to do that, but I've never heard of that being restructured midway through the contract.
Oh, it happens all the time.
That is
It's-
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Because, like-
not in NHL, but at least in the NFL, it happens all
Mhm.
the time.
I'm glad the NHL doesn't have that. I'd be way too damn confused about a lot of things. Restructure Pavel Datsuk's contract to pay him $10 a year until 3042.
But yeah, that brings us. That's the end of my rant. That brings us to spring training down in
Hey.
Lakeland, Florida, for the Tigers.
I find it fascinating that teams don't just host spring training wherever they're from. Granted, I guess in Michigan, I guess that makes sense. There's a lot of snow still.
Well, like,
Mhm.
all the Texas teams are still in Texas for their spring training.
Oh, so all the teams in colder climates just find a warmer place
So,
to do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
because it could still snow here.
Yeah.
Like, they were doing spring training when it was snowing up here still.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
So-
that makes
It's-
sense.
And there is 2 leagues. There's the Grapefruit and the Cactus League. There's the
What?
Florida. Yeah, it's same
Huh?
way as AL and NL, American League National
I
League.
never knew this.
Yep. There's the Florida-based. I think they're American League. I could be wrong about that. Then there's the Cactus, which is in Arizona or the Southwest.
Now, what in the hell that got to do with a grapefruit?
The grapefruit
and
is in
cactus.
Florida. The cactus is in the desert. So yeah,
Fascinating.
Uh,
My mind's blown.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Mine too, buddy.
These are
Mine too.
Great league names.
down in the Grapefruit League for us, we had a pretty good string training. 20 dubs, 4 ties because we don't go into extra innings,
Womp womp.
and 9 losses. One of those was to the Yankees, where they fucking 22-10 us.
That's hot.
That was the first game of spring training.
Is that a football score or is that a baseball score?
That's a fucking baseball game.
That's,
yeah, that's
the
football
Detroit
score.
Tigres, just some random football team they have down in like
Down
playing
in-
in a field next to Ford Field.
But for me personally, I don't really watch spring training all that much. I mean, if it's games on, I might watch it, but
You know, if
I
you're
don't
like-
really see it as an indicator.
If you're like a diehard baseball fan and it's on, you'll throw it on.
Yeah,
if you've
it's-
got nothing else
It's
to watch.
baseball, you can watch it, but it's not really a good indicator for how the season's going to go. Just because that's our prospects. I mean, towards the end, you're going to see a little bit more of the starters coming in.
Right.
But if you have a starter coming in like early,
But I feel like that's
kinda
how
scary.
a lot of preseason is for a lot of sports. It's
Yeah.
just, not all the big name players are in yet. Almost none of them at the start. And then by the end, you get a lot of the big hitters coming in, getting themselves
Yep.
warmed up to game action.
The Lions didn't play any starters in preseason.
Yeah,
At
that's
all.
Any?
None.
Zero.
No, they didn't. Not any big name starters, at
No, but,
least.
like Goff, the running backs.
And Brad Holmes cooking something
Brown.
different over there. They got something different in the Lions' water.
I mean, it different strategies depending on different teams. It's how different teams want to do things, but
Those guys for the Lions had no preseason warm up. Went to Kansas City and won. What are they putting in them Wheaties? What on earth?
12-5.
12-5.
It
It works. But that brings us to the regular season. What we all love, what we all watch. And we started fucking hot, boys.
Oh dear Christ!
Sorry. I got a little
We
excited.
watched a quarter of 182 games, 162 games. That's
162.
a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot. We started out hot, 5-0, and we were the last team to go undefeated.
You know,
That's weird.
It's good to be known for something good, even if it is really early in the season.
Mhm.
Because I feel like, as someone who doesn't watch a lot of baseball, the Tigers the last at least few years have just been wickedly mediocre.
Yeah.
They're like
Yep.
not really known
Not even
for
middle of the pack.
much of anything.
Nope.
2019 was it? That was when we were in college. Yeah, I was like, I fully expect us to get the first overall pick. We were the worst.
Did we?
I don't actually remember.
Womp womp.
MLB does a draft lottery too, right?
I honestly have never really watched
I
a
feel
draft.
like a draft lottery in the MLB makes sense because if you're a really, really bad team intentionally, there are a lot more games for you to lose than any other league,
Yeah.
which gives you that much more bump towards the first overall pick. I feel like tanking in baseball could be, in theory, way easier than a lot of other sports. So a draft lottery, in my opinion, makes sense, but I really don't know if
That-
anybody
that is-
intentionally tanks in the MLB.
But the draft, at least at that point, because 2019, that was I think the last year we had like a really fat draft. Like I think it was 2020 where it like got shortened down to like 5 rounds or something like that.
They
Could-
recently shortened it.
I think so.
We all learn something new every day.
Probably I don't know why, but yeah, like we don't have like 20 rounds anymore.
I'm sorry, you had how many?
We had a shit ton. Like
Fun fact, the,
Oh.
Tigers selected Patrick Mahomes in the 17th round.
See, I do remember hearing that the Tigers selected Mahomes. I didn't know how late that was. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, 17th round out of high school.
I feel like in the 21st round, you just run out of prospects and you're like, I will take the cashier I met at Harding's last night.
I don't know, like
He had a really big arm. I feel like he could be an outfielder.
Kurt Warner.
you need
Whoa.
to you need to
Arvo Jacki from Costco.
you need to fill like what 5 teams, 5 rosters.
Oh yeah, 'cause all of your affiliate teams.
Yeah, you have your AAA, your
How-
double A, your high A, your single A, and maybe even junior.
Why are there so many affiliate teams? No one has so many goddamn baseball teams around here. What on
Oh,
earth?
You get the occasional guy that comes like goes straight to double or AAA, and then they immediately make a thing.
Right? Yeah.
But like, yeah, you spend time in the minors.
What on earth? Like, I knew there was a minor league. I didn't know it was that deep.
It's deep.
It's deep.
It's deep.
Oh.
It's more than the G League and the NHL's
Mhm.
affiliate leagues and teams.
The NFL don't even have an affiliate league. The NFL just kind of
Nope.
kicking.
Yeah, NFL. Yeah,
They used to
Well,
have the Europe League back
maybe
in.
the UFL can finally be that for us.
Potentially.
You know, I think
So
that could be a
Billfold-
really cool thing.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers,
Go
baby.
Panthers. But I always go into every season like hoping that the main goal for me watching Tigers is 500 season. That's what I want to see.
That seems
500.
pretty good.
Uh,
Probably not a playoff spot, but it's
No,
good
I mean,
baseball to watch.
it's
I'd
good
be solid with
baseball.
that.
We're close. I think sometimes you can occasionally make it in, but probably not.
I mean, hey, we're looking at a Washington Capitals team that with a negative 36 goal differential could make the NHL playoffs. I don't doubt a 500 season could get an MLB team into the playoffs somehow.
I'm hoping for 500. I'm expecting below that.
Fair
Just
enough.
being honest.
Set your bar low so it's easy to exceed.
But we also had these flashes, like these first 4 or first 5 games.
Oh my gosh, we the best team in the MLB.
Yeah.
Set it off.
And then we collapse. We won 2 out of
And,
the next 6.
who beat us, Sam?
Yeah,
Who beat
got
us?
Who beat us majority of these losses, buddy?
Listen.
I give you a hint. They won't be in Oakland much longer.
The Poverty Pissletics.
I don't think
The
you can call 'em
Sacramento
that.
A's.
I don't think you can call 'em
I'm
that.
still gonna call them that.
I don't think you can.
They
no,
they
They
kind
are
of
the-
dumpstered us, buddy.
kind of
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh.
I don't care. Still
You know
poverty
what?
franchise. Still moving.
Personal biases stay personal biases.
I have a bias in fuck Oakland. Even though,
Wow.
or not Oakland, the city, just the Athletics.
No, I feel like you just took a shot at the city by mistake.
That's-
Nah, I low-key did. And I was like, you know what? If I ever find myself in Oakland for whatever reason, I don't want to get shot.
On-site Tigers game. We're gonna get beat up in Oakland because you said one thing back in April of 24. This is why we can't have nice things, because instead of calling out teams, you call out cities.
I clarified it. Oakland, you're a probably good city. You're probably good.
Moving forward,
Don't like
starting
express things.
5-0, and then having a complete and total collapse to where we are now. We're below 500 right now, aren't we?
Nope, we're
No,
above.
we're
We're
still winning.
7-4.
7-4.
record.
Okay, so still decent right now.
Yeah.
But do we see this being a pattern of behavior where they're really, really streaky, or was it just a coincidence?
I feel like the MLB is a little more random.
It is quite
a lot of guys
random.
are on the same level. Besides, like your Mike Trouts, Shohei Tanis,
Your Ellie De La
Ronald
Cruz.
Acuñas, Ellie De La Cruz's.
Right,
Fuck,
right.
He's
Did you guys hear the story about Shohei Otani's first home run ball? The whole controversy around that?
what was
with
it?
the
They,
Dodgers.
the Dodgers.
Yeah.
They pretty much scammed a lady.
Yeah. So she caught the ball. Home run is like place is electric. And then team staff approach her and they're like really getting in her business trying to get this ball back. And she's like, no, it's really special. I want to keep it. I know it's important to you guys, but I caught Shohei Otani's first home run ball as a Dodger. That's huge. And they basically threatened that it'll be worthless if she doesn't hand it over because they'd never authenticate it.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd just take a random ball, authenticate it as his first home run ball, and it'd sell for millions.
Yep.
That is absurd and such a terrible look for the franchise. I hate that. You have your finger
You have
up.
your finger up.
I just have a quick question. I decided to look at the schedule real quick. Is this true that on Thursday, April 11th, we play the Twins at... Oh, never mind. It just changed. My phone was showing me 6:10 a.m.
Huh?
I don't know what's going on my phone. I still see one for 6:40 a.m.
That's hot.
Another one for 6:10 a.m.
Hey man, they on that
Phone's bugging. I just wanted to look at the schedule, see what's coming up. We got the Twins next. Twin series is coming up.
they
Shout
on
out
that
Minnesota.
they on that east coast.
They're so far east. They
Them boys
they're on the
running
wrong side of the
crazy.
Atlantic.
Some hacker guy in Colby's phone that
That's-
lives out in Europe, and that's what time.
That's
they're-
some New
I
Zealand
was
start time.
Like, are we playing a game in Are we playing a series in Japan? Like,
That's unreal.
I would-
What's going on?
I would love that. That'd be really cool.
That would be a cool. Like,
Sam would
international
100%
series.
take an afternoon shift if he could, just so he could wake up and immediately watch the Tigers. I don't doubt that one bit.
I wouldn't wake up early enough.
So, we don't see it being a pattern of them being streaky for the rest of the season, but it's hard to
I-
predict.
As long as we keep myself away from the Tigers and going to a game, we should be good.
Yeah.
I think I've been
Every
to
game Zach gets anywhere near, they lose.
Well, yeah, I've been to like nearly 20 Tigers games, and I've never seen them win.
Really?
In
that is
person, yeah.
hysterical.
I've been
That's tough.
to.
That's
what,
why
4
we
or
had to turn
5?
off the U of M game the other night, because you're like, every time I try to watch hockey now, they don't win, so I'm going to turn off the TV.
We didn't turn off the TV. We
turned off the game.
We played Chell, and then
I-
get back to it.
I've been to like 4 or 5 games, I think, and I think the Tigers have only lost 1.
I've been to, I think, 3 games, and I was too young to remember any of them.
I
So,
went 2-1 as a Lions Tigers doubleheader,
Oh, that sounds fucking
Ooh.
gangster.
and they lost, and the Lions lost that preseason game.
That's hot.
It's not like the Lions Pistons doubleheader that we went to.
Hey.
Those vibes were immaculate that day. Beating the Cardinals.
The
turn
4 of
around,
us need
beating
to
the
find
Heat.
some kind of Detroit doubleheader to go to next year. Or
Oh,
this
we will.
coming year, I mean.
We will.
We will
That shit's going to be so gas.
stay tuned for
Vlog
that.
it for the TikTok,
Log it for the TikTok?
For the-
Come
Ready
on
with
now.
me for a Detroit doubleheader.
for the Tiki Talk.
Get ready with me to watch both Detroit teams kick some ass.
So
I'm down for that.
not a Lions Pistons, a Lions Red Wings.
I'm down for that.
If you can make that
Hey.
work, for sure.
You never know. Dalton Connect at #1 overall. Like we need another
Yikers.
guard.
Yeah,
We don't.
if-
We don't need another guard.
If the Pistons ever get the #1 overall pick, they've been like the worst
They've
team the
been
last like 2-3
cheated.
years, and they just have
Cheated,
never gotten
cheated.
it.
It's ridiculous.
What is it with Detroit teams and getting cheated out of the first overall pick?
That's why I hate draft lotteries.
Draft lotteries are dumb.
It's to
Literally,
fit
New York
in their game.
Rangers?
Past 2 years, and you don't get the #1. When beyond when oh my god.
Wembenyama?
Wembenyama should have been ours.
The French.
All I'm saying is New York, you guys didn't deserve Alexi Lafreniere. That being said, thank you for Lucas Raymond. Dude, Detroit teams getting
Shout out
cheated
for
out of the
Linda.
lottery is unreal.
It's also funny if you keep going back with lotteries. The Pistons were this close, in theory, to having one LeBron James.
I was wondering if you were going to mention LeBron.
If we get Bronny, we get LeBron.
you know?
Darko year.
That is the Darko year. That went
Ooh.
LeBron, Darko. I don't remember the order after that, but the next 3 after that were Bosh,
Bosh.
Melo, D Wade. So
Oh,
and we
my
took
lord.
Darko over Bosch, Mello, and Wade.
shout out to a
Can't win 'em all.
very episode in the future. But that whole draft will be on my iceberg.
Hey, man. Can't win them all.
The
Can't win them
Darko
all.
pick.
The Darko pick,
Darko
no, the Darko
pick.
pick did change the entire course of NBA history.
Yeah, you know, yep. Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we had Carmelo Anthony.
That's who the Pistons likely would have ended up taking is Melo.
Dude.
Fuck.
That makes me so sad to think about.
All right, back to
But
the
back to
Back
the
to
Tigers.
So,
We've had a lot of segments in this
so
episode.
real quick, I'm gonna ask all of you a question.
No,
42.
How did you know I was gonna ask you Jackie Robinson's number?
Whoa!
Check Tuesday, brother.
Okay.
Shut up. So I'm gonna
It
ask.
finally happened.
I'm
There
gonna
was a
ask
sketch
all of you.
reference.
I'm gonna ask all of you. What do you think we can do this season as Tigers to be good? To be good,
Trade
Well,
all of our players to the Dodgers for Shohei Otani.
and just have him.
Yes, one
He
guy.
can't pitch.
That's fine.
one man show.
One man show.
Showtime, one man show.
Showtime Otani?
It's gonna look like bench warmers out there.
I don't know. I feel like it's been a long-term issue more so. I haven't fully paid attention to the Tigers, but I feel like there's been a refusal to let go of the past and no committing to a rebuild. So
You just gotta go.
I think
for
they just kind of got to go for it.
Shake my hand.
it. That
I
is-
fucking love that.
I love that.
I think we need to roar like the good Detroit Kitty Cats that we are.
God.
Just
Kitty
kidding.
cats are our.
We need to blow it up and start from scratch,
Yeah.
just like the Lions did.
I brought up the salary cap or the lack of at the top of this episode to tell you kind of why we're in this predicament of just kind of ass.
Ass mediocrity.
I'm going to blame a Detroit hero in this. I'm sorry, Mr. I.
Miggy.
We love
Oh.
you.
Justin Verlander
We love you, Mr. I.
This is where I get upset with you.
I'm not upset.
and Dominican Sue.
Part of it is
Darko Milicic.
Miggy too staying. I mean, we love him. We love him. But he probably should have been traded when Verlander got traded.
Yeah,
He
it wouldn't
wasn't-
have been
he
the
didn't
worst
want
idea.
Verlander wanted to be traded. Miggy didn't want. He wanted to stay here.
It doesn't matter.
But
if
is
he
there-
wants to.
That is
but if
true.
you got to commit to the rebuild.
That
Is
is
there a
true.
thing in the MLB like a no trade clause where you can say, "Hey, we're going to trade you here," and he's going to be like, "No, no, you're not."
I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same thing as.
If he doesn't know, then I would assume there's not.
Yeah. Well, then you just.
I
gotta
don't
go
really
for
look
it.
into the.
As much as
Yeah.
I love his commitment to the team, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to win here. We're not planning to win anytime soon, and you're good enough to go win a ring somewhere.
Mickey
Go
already
there.
Retired.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I know.
over.
I'm talking about like past,
Yeah.
like
Okay, okay.
when we traded
But-
Verlander
I was gonna
to
say,
the
he's already gone.
Astros.
We signed to the Astros. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember to trade
I
from
don't remember
baseball.
I remember we got a bunch of. I forgot who we got from. I know we got a bunch of picks.
Well, the
Clearly, no one memorable.
picks, the picks are all
I'm
that really
assuming
matter
we
now.
got like a. I think we got it started, but I don't remember the fucker's name.
Wasn't
But-
it like 2017? We had 4 future Cy Young winners in our pitching rotation.
That's
No, that was
hilarious.
earlier than that.
Like 2014 then.
Yeah, about 2014. We had
That's crazy.
we had
4 future Cy Young.
Dude,
pitch.
our
Dude.
so we
Best
we got
pitcher in the
swept
league.
in
That's wild.
we got swept in the World Series in 2012. 2013 we had David Price, Max Scherzer, Doug Fister, Pretty Ricky Porcello, and then did I say Justin Verlander?
You did not yet, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That was our starting pitcher rotation.
That is 5 guys. Are you kidding me?
And all of those were fucking good. But at that point we had 0 run support.
I was gonna say, where is this scouting department that's finding all these guys? And where can I give them a
And
handshake?
that also connects to what I said earlier. At that point, we were just sending away picks for those guys.
There was no futures.
So we had
in the-
zero.
yeah.
We had 0 farm system. We were just. Mr. I was like, you know what? I'll take that luxury tax and I'll just.
commit to
spend-
being good now and don't worry about later until it comes.
Yep. And then, well, we haven't been to the World Series since 2012.
When's the last time Tigers made the playoffs?
Good
Let me
question.
rewind my pocket watch.
Good question.
It's
Probably
been a minute.
2012.
2013.
No, I think they made it a
wanna-
couple years
my
after
guess
that,
would
but
be 2014.
2014,
I know
2015.
they
That
weren't.
sounds right.
That
I
sounds
feel
right.
like it's 2015, but I
2014.
don't know anything.
I feel like
so.
it's
I don't.
2017.
I feel like 2019.
I feel like we made the playoffs last
I
year.
feel like we're making the playoffs this year.
I think we're
We're
in the
making
playoffs. We already
5
clinched
years
it.
from now.
I feel like I don't know where this conversation's
I
going,
feel
and we
like
should
the
end it.
Lions are winning the Super Bowl this year. What?
Facts.
What?
Whoa!
Champagne's still on the counter, boys.
Put
It is.
5,000 on it.
I put
I
$5.
will literally drop a bag on the Lions winning the Super Bowl.
I
Anyway,
put
do
$5
it.
on it already. But
don't tempt me now.
we also had some big bats. We had at that point we had Prince Fielder, Victor Martinez, and Miguel Cabrera.
Oh,
I got the order wrong on that, in the batting order
But
wrong on
still.
that. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's
batting
that's
order don't matter. You
they
just
were
gotta-
all
you gotta
3 in a
name the
row.
big
They
boys.
bangers.
big boys. Prince Fielder did have to retire early due to neck injury.
Dude, that's so tough.
That is, he was at the Rangers at the time, so doesn't hit as hard. But
So realistically, what are the Tigers actually going to do this season to get better? I believe the answer is nothing.
no, well, we just gotta float.
Trade Javi Baez.
We ain't gonna get
honestly
shit
not
for
a
him.
bad call.
No. So the thing with Javi Baez
Trade
is he is.
Kenta.
We just got him.
Trade
We just
him
got
again.
him.
Trade Matthew Stafford.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Fox Sport.
Huh?
Oh,
Send away Tiger Woods.
trade for his best friend.
Guys, I think we can get really good value out of Dylan Larkin.
Is it too late to resurrect Babe Ruth?
I'll have
Call
to
up my
check the
boy Jackie
statute of-
Robinson.
I'll have to check the statute of limitation on resurrection.
Statute of limitation.
Let's just start bringing back like
What
old
about the guy that
greats.
stabbed somebody in Detroit that played for the Tigers? What's his
All
name?
right, let's
Ty-
move
Ty-
on quickly.
Ty Cobb.
Let's
Ty
move
Cobb.
on from Ty Cobb, all right?
I'll die on
He
that
will
hill.
also pop up. on
He
my
said,
phone,
I
just so
will
y'all know.
die on that hill.
I will
he
die on
says.
that hill. I will die on that Mount Rushmore.
Don't get me wrong. Hell of a baseball player. Oh, Hell of a baseball player. Probably should stop talking about him now. So what are your hopes for this season? Where are your predictions of where the Tigers will end?
World Series winners.
Whoa, my guy's a Detroit backer. Sam,
I
what do you
mean,
think?
he had the Red Wings winning the Stanley Cup.
Hey, whoa, whoa,
so-
whoa.
I had the Pistons winning the NBA Finals as well. Wait,
You know, that's you were pretty close on that one, I think.
Yep. Kind of close.
missed the mark.
I'm gonna say just below. I'm gonna go with my gut. Go with my brain, my logic.
Just below
Just
500.
below 500. That's my predictions.
I
I want to say 500 though.
I'm on the hopeful train. I think they get to the first round and then just get shit stomped.
They get to the wild
I-
card.
Yeah, I think they get to the wild card by accident and then
I
just
can see that.
kind of get sent home in non-glorious fashion.
I think they win the division, but not much after.
I'm,
That's
I'm
quick to
right there
take.
with you, Sam. I'm gonna hover around that 500 mark.
All the predictions I saw had them winning the AL Central.
No, I don't see us
That's
getting.
tough.
Right, that's right. I got that right. AL Central.
Let's go. Where'd you read that prediction
I
at?
don't see us.
The
I don't see it.
Grapefruit Central.
Oh, there you go then. It must be true.
I don't see that happening. But I mean, I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. I would love to see the Tigers
Sound
in
like
a.
it. You guys are a bunch of negative Nancy's.
I
It's
had them making the
realism.
wild card. What are
I'm
you
a-
talking about?
I'm not a
Positive
negative
theory.
Nancy. I'm a realist Ronnie.
Oh, realist Ronnie.
in
Put
a
it on a
while.
t-shirt.
In a while, crocodile.
Can't wait till we get to a few months from now when we do Michigan State football predictions and the Lions
12 and
football
0.
predictions.
12 and 0.
17 and 0.
There you go.
You know, we
There he
really-
is.
we need an optimist in the group.
I'm a
I
fortune
appreciate
teller.
it. I'm a fortune teller.
I am.
Bring bro back to 2009.
What do you mean by that?
What, 0 and 16?
That was 08.
Yeah.
Was it 08?
What was 08?
One
Well,
one
you know,
Detroit team was good. One
That's how you
Detroit team was
remember
bad.
years
Take
are hard.
2 and 8 times them together. Was that make 16?
Oh,
And what's in the middle of the 2 and the 8? Zeros. 0 and 16, 2008.
Ooh.
that's tough.
It's a good way to remember it.
But
It's very complicated, but also. Very
you think
good.
we'll have an episode revisiting this about midway through the season, like
When
trade
they're
line,
Yeah.
tape,
top of
All-
the
All-Star
trade deadline
break?
type thing?
I think,
All-Star
I
break?
think we'll
When they're
stop
on
in
top of the
like every other
world.
week on the Tigers and just do a quick check-in on them and see
How we
they're
doing? Still
Yeah.
mediocre? All right.
I'm hoping for
On
more
top of
torque
the
bombs.
league? That's crazy.
I want to see some
Whoa.
torque bombs out there. I love Spencer Torkelson. My dad's a big Casey Mize guy.
Okay, okay.
Pretty good pitcher. Pretty good pitcher.
So, hopefully, next time we revisit them, we're going to have some good news.
Yeah, hopefully.
And in the meantime, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Here.